Hey, are you ready for the first Vegas Weekly of 2021? Because it's going to happen right now. Bang. Hey everybody, welcome back to Vegas Weekly for Saturday, January the 2nd, 2021. 2020's over. Doesn't mean all of our problems are solved, but hopefully this will be a better year for everyone. And want to appreciate everybody who has followed the channel and continue to watch the broadcasts over the past year or so. Hopefully we'll have more and better Vegas content coming up this year. We may, not promising anything, we may have a show on Wednesday, may do a little retrospective, or maybe another episode of This Week in Vegas History. Definitely want to bring that back. And yes, it is a Friday night. It is New Year's Day. We have had a few cocktails, so if you have a problem with a mildly inebriated broadcast, and if you're watching this one, you probably don't, you'll want to click off right now. But otherwise, I'm going to just talk about a few things happening in Vegas this week. A very short cocktail segment this week. Looked kind of disturbing, didn't it? Anyway, and a Vegas tip or trick for 2021 that you're definitely going to want to follow, because it involves meeting me and a lot of other great Vegas fanatics and enthusiasts in the not so distant future. It's not going to be that long. We made it through 2020. We'll get through 2021 anyway. So, yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about some things that happened in Las Vegas this past week, and there were a couple, and about some things coming up in 2021 that I'm excited about, and you should be too. So, the first thing that's happened since we last chatted on basically Christmas Day was on the following day. Sometime Saturday afternoon, December 26th, we saw the opening of the Circa Hotel and Resort in downtown. We saw the first glimpses of the rooms and the views there, and overall, everything I've seen has been very impressive. These are not massive rooms. I'm sure there's some suites on site that are very impressive, but the rooms themselves, 500, 550 square feet, a good size, but we're definitely not talking about Wynn, Venetian, Cosmo, that kind of thing. But the details look really impressive. If I was ambitious, I would post a video here, but it'd be somebody else's video. So definitely go on YouTube, search for Circa Hotel Rooms, and check out, because there are a number of the reviews that are already up. Not the entire hotel is open, but there are a significant number of rooms that are. They're not cheap. I suspect over time we'll start to see those rates decline as the novelty of the property wears off just a little bit. They also opened up the Legacy Club this week, which is a rooftop bar with some very impressive views. So again, you can go to YouTube, search for Legacy Club at Circa, and check some of that out. There were a lot of people, myself included, maybe 12, 13, 14 months ago, that doubted that this Circa thing would happen, at least within the time frame that Derek Stevens talked about. And it did. I mean, they pulled it off. They opened the casino and a number of the restaurants and bars early. We got people into the hotel the day after Christmas. Again, by all accounts, things have gone well there. I've not heard about a lot of glitches as far as checking people in and out. And the general consensus is that Circa is a huge success. And so, again, we congratulate Derek Stevens. By all accounts, a great guy. And we certainly look forward to visiting Circa sometime in 2021. The other thing that happened this week, of course, was New Year's Eve, one of the biggest nights in Las Vegas. And despite the fact that, things were toned down a little bit, the Fremont Street experience basically limited the guests for New Year's Eve to people actually staying at one of the hotel properties there. And there were not nearly as many people on the Las Vegas Strip welcoming in the New Year's as normal, but there were still quite a few. So I suspect there were also a lot of private parties in and around Las Vegas. Hopefully we just don't see a big sort of New Year's COVID upsurge. Yeah, I mean, that's just my hope, because we don't want to see people getting sick. So there you go. But the completion of the Circa project is really only one of many things we have to look forward to over this next 12 months or so. Saw some renderings this past week of Virgin Hotel, of course, the remodeled Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, including a shot of what would be the Mohegan Sun Casino at Virgin Hotels. So that property should be coming online within the next couple of months. And then this summer, we're expecting to see Resorts World open up. It has been a long time since we have seen 3 major hotel properties appear within the same 12-month period. And so there are a lot of us who were hoping to visit and planning to visit Vegas sometime in the next 6 to 12 months, who were very excited about seeing these properties, because we haven't seen a lot since the early 2000s, maybe Cosmo. So, and of course, Circa, the opening of the Circa Hotel was in the first new hotel that has opened downtown Las Vegas, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, since the Sundance Hotel opened up a good 40 odd years ago. The Sundance eventually became Fitzgerald's, and then the D, ironically, also owned by the Stevens brothers. Interestingly enough, and I think we covered this in one of the history shows, the Sundance / Fitzgerald's property was the tallest building in Las Vegas and Nevada for quite a number of years, I think until the mid to late 90s. So kind of cool. And obviously the Circa downtown right now is the tallest hotel tower. Some really great views from the rooms, including of the stadium swim area and some of Fremont Street. So again, excited to see some of this. And people have been asking me off and on in chats and so forth when I'm planning to revisit Vegas, and I haven't really made a decision yet. I am thinking about something late February, early March. I need to make that call pretty soon. Try to request those days off. I do still have, I'll go back and say that this past week I had a pretty good run on win slots. And I only had about 2,900 gems. So not enough to book more than one night. So I got up to like over 2.4 billion gems, and I was like, I'm shooting for the moon. The only chance I have to book more than one night is to bet high. So I was betting in the high roller room like 24 million a spin, and that it works out well. So I'm back to 240 million. I will probably spend one night at the Wynn during my trip, maybe my last day. That would be all right. Have some good room offers from M Life and Caesars, and some pretty good deals on My Vegas Rewards. Definitely check out. There's a new room offer. My friend Mark, Pennies for Vegas, tipped me off to it. There is a room offer, at least for some folks, for staying at the Aria for like 2 nights, including weekends, for like I think $175,000. That's a great deal. So I need to probably make a call on my next Vegas trip sometime in the next week to 10 days, so I can at least book one night at the Wynn. Would like to get there at least late February, so maybe I can connect up with my friends Tamara and Gord, who are going to be there pretty much the entire month of February. But we'll let you know how that goes. There's an update there. Hopefully by next week, I'll have some more information, maybe a little more solid information about my next Vegas trip. So last week we gave PJ the week off. This week we told him, hey, you really don't have, if you don't want to do a show, you don't have to. We're just going to do a short show this week. And so PJ was like, no, I'm in. But he just did a short shot this week. So we're going to check out PJ's shot of the week. And if you're a big fan of his cocktails, you definitely want to check out the new home for those cocktails, which is the PJ Slots and Cocktails channel. I'll put a link in the show notes below to that so you can make sure you don't miss anything. But for now, let's see what PJ is cooking up for us today.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cocktail of the Week with your host and not a professional bartender, PJ.
John, thanks again for another fabulous introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year! 2021 is here, it is upon us. Well, today for Cocktail of the Week, I'm not going to be making a cocktail, but instead I'm going to salute all of you for all of your support for John, Vegas Tips and Tricks, Vegas Weekly, my show PJ's Cocktails, which has moved over to PJ Slots Cocktails Entertainment now. But I just want to thank everybody, as I'm sure John does too, for all of your support in 2020, and I hope for your continued support in 2021. One of the things that I hope to do in 2021 is to meet more of you in Las Vegas, or maybe even in your local town. Who knows? As you all know, I like to golf, and I'm hoping to golf a lot more in 2021. So with that, I'm going to salute you in my one of my favorite shot glasses with my golfer on there, and a little bit of Fireball, or a lot of Fireball. But here's to you all. Happy New Year's, and I hope 2021 brings you everything you're asking for, including trips to Las Vegas. Cheers, everybody. John, cheers to you, sir. Whoa, that was more than a shot, but hey, one cut, one shot. Hopefully this will be the worst day. The worst thing that happens to me in 2021 was the improper way to take a shot. Where's some water when you need it? Anyhow, thanks again, everybody. Happy 2021. I couldn't have planned that any better. John, back to you, man. Woo, man. Peace, everybody.
All right, PJ, thanks again for another tasty treat. I did want to mention another PJ's channel's not new, a fairly new Vegas channel that I will also put a link to in the show notes below. They're called That Vegas Couple, and I watched a number of their videos this week. They have maybe, a dozen or so videos from trips they've taken over the last year or so. But they are an awesome, fun couple, and watched a live stream with them this week. And I would certainly encourage you to check out their channel and subscribe. I did, and they're great. So That Vegas Couple, also linked in the show notes below. So my Vegas tip or trick of this week, it's kind of a cop-out, let's not lie. But I think it's a good one. If you watched any of the videos from a few months back from Rocktober, you know we had a great time. Even though there were a lot of restrictions, there were things we couldn't do, it was difficult to sort of all hang out together. But we had a good 2 to 3 dozen Vegas vloggers and Vegas fanatics who were involved in that. I am pretty sure by this next October, a lot of those restrictions are going to be off. And hopefully we're going to be able to bring in people from Canada, from the UK, other places in Europe, from all over the world. And I'm hopeful we'll be bringing in a lot of new people from all over the U.S. I could see this thing exploding. I could see there being 100 people involved in next year's Rocktober. And the major piece of Rocktober is over the first weekend in October 2021. You know, I'm going to walk over broken glass to make sure I'm there. And I know a lot of people will. So we want you to be there. Okay? It's going to be awesome. There's actually a Rocktober 2021 Facebook group. If you're interested in that, message me. I can probably get you into that if you're planning to be there. But this could be potentially the biggest gathering of Vegas vloggers and Vegas fanatics ever, and you don't want to miss it. And at that point, obviously, as I say, we're hoping that Vegas is going to be wide open, or at least much more open than it is now. So, you know, that's, you know, it's 9 months away. Let's not lie. But if you can possibly be there, you want to be there, because it's going to be a great time. In addition to whatever officially sanctioned events, there's going to be great opportunities for people to sort of branch off, hang out with each other, meet up. You know, I met so many good folks this year. And, you know, again, we were so limited in what we could do, but met a lot of great folks. So, you know, if you're feeling like I can't get to Vegas soon, get to Vegas in October. Get there for Rocktober, because it's going to be an amazing time. And we're going to have so many great people there that you're going to want to meet up with, that are going to become great friends of yours for life. So that's our Vegas tip or trick of the week. Again, kind of a short show this week. I think, like I said, thinking about doing something this Wednesday. I'm actually off Tuesday and Wednesday, moving into a new role in my work environment. I'm excited about that. Should give me a little more peace of mind, and also maybe a little more opportunity to spend some time working on this channel. So whether we'll do a Vegas week in Vegas history or something else, I don't know, but we'll keep you informed. As always, until we see you again, I hope that you have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you soon. Happy New Year.